Hey, what's up everyone? This is Kai. Just gonna take you through a quick chest and back workout that I've had recently at a local park. I hope you find any insight that I provide here useful. And yeah, let's get started. This is something I've recently started adding to the beginning of my chest workouts. The first and third variations I got from the illustrious Hannibal for King. The first variation works the upper chest, the second works the middle, and the third the lower. The pump from the upper chest variation can be surprisingly good if you haven't done this before. Be careful with the lower chest variation because they tax the shoulders also a little bit, and you might want to hold off on trying them if your shoulders aren't that strong. Here I'm just going to do a couple sets of pull-ups to get the lats warmed up and ready to start pulling. Didn't want to do too many since the lever holds and pulls that I'll be doing later would be the majority of my back training for the day. So yeah. I've gained a bit of size recently. I used to be able to hold this variation of the lever without assistance in the past, but being a bit heavier has made this exercise a bit more difficult. No biggie. I just use a band to modify the exercise so that I can still perform the lever, and the lever will come with time at this new weight or if I decide to lose a few pounds again. Here's just another lever hold from a different angle so you can see what the exercise looks like in a different position. Fun exercise. Notice how my legs shake towards the end. Very intense. Front lever raises. Typically I do these before static holds of my front lever training, but I wanted to switch things up on this particular day. I'm trying to focus on stopping at horizontal and keeping my hips extended as much as possible. It's a very intense exercise, as you can see. I'd almost call these a deadlift of calisthenics in terms of overall muscle activation and intensity. Here I'm starting the bulk of my chest work for the day. Dips on rings, if you haven't tried them, you should. The instability on the rings makes these much harder, and if you're going to try them for the first time, you're probably going to have to get used to just stabilizing yourself on the rings before you can even do the exercise. Working those stabilizing muscles, which is super important. If you've ever wanted to increase things like your bench press, something which is something more stable, I would definitely recommend trying to advance your pressing on rings. They can really help because of stabilizer muscles that I mentioned before. They get a lot of work, and once you're on a stable surface and you can press from that stable surface, it's your body that's going to stabilize you more than the bench, making your pressing more powerful. And these are sets with 45 pounds strapped on a weight belt. You know, once you start getting good at using your body weight, you start adding weight. I usually do up to 2 plates on these, but I've been having shoulder issues that have been getting better. I just don't want to aggravate it, so I'm taking it a little easy today. Shout out to the folks behind me talking about I'm doing a ghetto workout. Ghetto's in the mind. More ring pressing. Unfortunately, you can't quite see, but my feet are on a set of parallels here to give me some height so that the weight is not hitting the ground too much, so I can get a good range of motion. Forced to use vertical cam because I needed to post some of this footage to stuff like Instagram. You know, it is what it is. Ring flies, something that really highlights the versatility of rings. Very intense exercise. The more parallel to the ground you are, the harder these are going to be. If you want to try these, you might want to start by standing up more vertically and trying them at a higher angle than what I'm doing before you get any lower. As you get stronger in your chest and with this particular exercise, you get lower to the ground and make it more intense. And finally, I decided to finish things up with some banded parallel bar push-ups with those upper chest push-up variations that you saw at the beginning of the workout. I'm using a band here because I don't want to have to do 20 push-ups to make them productive, especially at the end of the workout. You know, around 6 to 8, I'm already struggling here, and my force reps are, you know, between 9 and 10, and this is a good enough finisher for me. I've already done quite enough for my chest. Yeah, that's the long and the short of it. I hope you found this useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and, you know, ask any questions in the comments that you might have. I'll get back to you ASAP, and thanks for taking the time to watch me work out. Until next time, peace.